What if I told you the biggest crisis in aviation right now has nothing to do with fuel prices, nothing to do with pilot shortages, and nothing to do with trade wars? Those problems are real, sure, but there is something far more basic happening behind the scenes. Something that appears to be quietly frustrating airline executives and leasing company bosses. And by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why many in this industry seem hesitant about brand new airplanes right now, even though that sounds completely backwards. Before we go further, if you are new here, welcome to Aviation History Hub. This is the channel where we uncover the real stories behind the planes you fly on. So hit that subscribe button right now, because you do not want to miss where this story goes. Quick disclaimer before we continue. Everything in this video is based on publicly available reporting and general industry commentary. This is not financial or technical advice, and nothing here should be treated as an official statement from any airline, lessor, or manufacturer. Some details may vary by operator or region, so this video is made purely for educational and entertainment purposes. Please keep that in mind as we go along. For years, everyone assumed Boeing would eventually replace the 737, and Airbus would eventually replace the A320. The A320 family is approaching 40 years old, and even if a replacement were announced tomorrow, it would still take 5 years or more to actually enter service. There has also been ongoing talk about Airbus stretching the A220 into a larger version, something that could finally challenge the biggest single-aisle jets. But here is the interesting part. That window appears to be narrowing, and yet many in the industry seem in no rush to push it forward. Not the airlines, and not the companies that lease these planes out. To understand why, picture a military cargo plane called the Embraer C-390. It is loaded with modern flight controls and up-to-date systems, but its engines are based on a design that goes back nearly 40 years. Embraer could have chosen newer, more fuel-efficient engines, but they went with an older, proven design instead, because for that market, reliability tends to matter more than saving a bit of fuel. That single decision offers a useful clue about a broader trend now playing out across commercial aviation, because several airlines appear to be reaching similar conclusions of their own. The newest generation of jet engines, the ones powering the Boeing 737 MAX and the newer Airbus A320neo family, were built to be dramatically more fuel efficient than the engines before them. On paper, they are brilliant. But according to various industry reports, some of these newer engine programs have faced durability challenges, leading to more frequent inspections and maintenance than several operators initially expected. Some reports describe significantly higher maintenance frequency compared with previous generation engines, and when major overhaul work is required, costs can climb sharply, in some cases said to run several times higher than servicing the older generation. Now imagine what that can mean for an airline. Time spent grounded for unscheduled engine work is time a plane is not generating revenue. A larger airline with hundreds of aircraft and some spare capacity may be better positioned to manage that, but a smaller airline without that flexibility can feel it much more acutely. There is a widely discussed real-world example of this. When one major low-cost carrier shut down, it reportedly returned a large portion of its newer, more fuel-efficient jets to its leasing companies, while continuing to fly its older aircraft with previous generation engines. One likely reason, being able to count on a plane's daily availability mattered more than fuel savings alone. And this is where leasing companies come into the picture, and by many accounts, they have been especially vocal about their frustration. These companies own more than half of the world's commercial aircraft, and their business depends heavily on predictable value and reliable performance. Some newer engine programs have reportedly needed to be pulled early to keep other aircraft flying, leaving certain aircraft grounded for extended periods. In a few cases, relatively young aircraft have reportedly been retired or parted out earlier than expected, when doing so made more financial sense than continuing to operate them. One leasing executive was reported to have summed up the industry's frustration by suggesting that manufacturers should focus on making current products work reliably before introducing an entirely new aircraft. So consider the position much of the industry appears to be in. Many airlines seem cautious about new aircraft, partly because some newer engines have not yet matched the reliability of the models they replaced. Many leasing companies seem similarly cautious, partly because a new aircraft could affect the value of the newer planes they already own. Manufacturers may want to build something new and exciting, but with substantial order backlogs still to work through, focusing on current models can feel like the safer path. And engine makers themselves may be hesitant to, since covering unexpected warranty repairs can make it harder to justify the enormous investment required for a brand new engine program. Taken together, this creates a kind of industry-wide hesitation. Most people agree that aircraft designed decades ago cannot fly forever, but right now, There appears to be limited appetite for the financial risk of launching something completely new. And this does not even touch emerging technology like hydrogen or electric aircraft, which will likely bring their own early growing pains whenever they arrive. So unless something changes, a brand new commercial airliner announcement may not be close on the horizon. In many ways, engine reliability concerns have become one of the major reasons airlines and lessors appear cautious about embracing an entirely new generation of aircraft, even as fuel efficiency continues to improve. So tell me, had you heard about these engine reliability concerns before, or is this the first time you are learning just how deep this goes? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If this video gave you a new perspective, please share it with another aviation fan. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And if you have not subscribed to Aviation History Hub yet, now is the perfect time. We have got more stories like this one coming soon. One last reminder before we finish up, this video is based on publicly available reporting and general industry commentary. It does not represent official statements from any airline, lessor manufacturer, or engine maker, and it is intended purely for educational and entertainment purposes. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I will see you in the next one.